Hey guys, this is your boy D giving you the season premiere of Black Lightning. Yeah, I'm excited for Black Lightning to come back. Came back last night, and man, this season premiere is a good one. Let's get into it, shall we? It basically started off. It basically starts off from the last season. Basically, Black Lightning has, they have secured the pods that the kids were, the men and humans were in, and basically they exposed the plot, and they killed Proctor, the head of the organization, and because Gamby killed Proctor and all that, right? So the men and humans are in the custody of the government, and this is kind of like the after the effects of this episode. So this was really not real. It was not too much to bias. Now wasn't any painkiller or whatever. So this is more so the after the effects of the pods or whatever. So this is basically what this is about. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. So basically, you know, Lynn wants to save the kids. She wants to be head of the pods and help the kids who, because the kids have these powers, and they don't know how to use them properly or whatever, and know how to really react. So Lynn figures she can help them understand how to use their powers and maybe help them to control their powers. And Jefferson's against it. Basically, Jefferson wants to, says we did enough. We did what we had to do. Basically, we exposed the plot. We need to focus on getting Tobias and going after Painkiller, because it's still logical. Remember, Tobias has escaped, so he wants to go after Tobias, and that's his main function. Because I think Jefferson still have the revenge of Tobias killing his daddy, so he still wants Tobias' head off. And Lynn sees this. He basically said, "Look, you need to it's important. We need to focus on these kids and help them." And Jefferson's against it. And you can see Lynn is really growing into this episode during this season. Because last season, Lynn was really into that whole, hero business. She was more like, kind of like an outsider, not really caring. You know how I felt about it last season. I was hard on Lynn. Basically, Lynn doesn't care about Jefferson, doesn't care about her dog. I don't want to say care, because I think she does care about her family, but she wasn't really into the superhero life. She was more like the bystander status, if you know what I'm saying. So that's basically what I was, saying from last season. But this season, you could tell she really wants to help the kids, and she wants to get involved. And Jefferson's just like dead set against it, basically. Even her daughter, her oldest daughter is Anissa. Yeah, Anissa. Sorry, I haven't watched this for. Oh yeah, I didn't get the names right, but yes, it's Anissa. Anissa wants to help the kids. Wants them to. We need to help them financially, or even. And Jefferson's like, look, we can't do that right now. We need to just focus on this, focus on that. So, because this was such a bigger problem, even in the church. The same preacher you saw, same pastor you saw last season. I know he prayed something in Friday. He sounded like he prays Pinky or something. No, Pookie. I think he plays Pookie in Friday. I know he was one of those Ice Cube movies in Friday. I know he's in Ice Cube movies in Friday. I just don't know I forget what his character was. Anyway, anywho, let's get into it, y'all. Anyway, so the he's preaching about, we need to have the police, because the police is basically, the government is using this green light as an excuse to shoot down, to kill black folks. And this is, to kill black folks, because there's green light, so let's kill all the black folks who got it, so we got a reason to kill them. Basically how it is today. Green light, aka drugs. Right? See similarities? Yes. This is, I love this show. This show's probably the best show ever. I remember when I first watched Black Lightning, I remember my twisted life of poetry. She put me on Black Lightning, and I was like, I'm not watching no I'm not watching no stupid hero movie. It looks stupid, it looks retarded. I'm not gonna waste my time watching this crap. But then when I started getting to it last season, man, I was blown away. I was like, I got to watch this every single day. because they really do tie in real life events, and they give you history as well without beating you over the head with it. And I love this series. I just do. I just love it. I love it. I tell you, so I love it. You can't go wrong with Black. Oh, Mr. Good. Anyway, let me start talking. Let me get on to this review because I'll talk all day if I have to. Anyway, so basically, he's like, we need to let the government, let this government know that this is not right, and all the people are preaching like, yeah, and then in even one form, he basically said, look. Later on in the episode, he basically said, look, we talked to the police and the government. The government says we're gonna keep the kids in those pods. We're not gonna release them. We're keeping the pods and we're gonna release them. And he said the only way we're gonna get this fight is that we're gonna have to sue them, right? We're gonna have to sue them for 500. Go on the church members. How much does it take to get the money? He's gonna say it'll take us 500,000. I said, well, that's kind of cheap for 500,000. I said, but ooh. So basically, Anissa becomes the vigilante. She becomes like a Robin Hood, kind of like a hood version of Robin Hood. She wears those ridiculous masks from the beginning when she didn't have to. She wore those masks where anybody could figure it out. I'm like, I don't know how anybody cannot figure out when she wore those masks. It's like she wore like a hoodie and some masks. I'm like, you can't even tell that's. I'm like, dude. I mean, I could tell that's you, Anissa. Come on, now. She goes to this, I guess this crack house or whatever, this house, and she basically beats up a bunch of guys. She does a couple of cool moves. She does the not thunderclap. I think she does the thunder punch or whatever, where she just kind of puts her fist on the ground like, whoa, and shockwaves, and she basically gets all the money. And she goes in the church and says, "Here, I have something to give you," and she just throws money to the ground. And the picture's like, "This God, it came from heaven." Like God has poured out His blessings from heaven to here. So he excited. I'm like, and I see when her dad gonna find out that Anissa does it, she gonna be in trouble. 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 And let me get to Jennifer. Jennifer is basically, she's in the bed. We find out that Jennifer can basically float because Anissa, told her she was floating, and she really can't handle her powers. It's getting to her too much because her mom is like, we need to send her to therapy because she don't know really how to control her powers, and because Jefferson's against a therapy, and she said, well, why she need a therapist? The therapist not gonna help her with powers. It's kind of how how black people don't like. Some black people don't like mental health. Like you go to mental health, it's like go to the doctor, see a psychologist. It's like I don't need to see no therapist. I'm a right therapist, so for losers, it's a waste of time. I disagree because I've been to a therapist. I see a therapist and think I actually think I need to see a therapist myself. Shoot, get my mind right, because sometimes I get a little loopy myself, a little crazy. Sometimes I got a lot of stress. I need to release it. So I'm all for mental health. Get your mental health on, bro. Get your mental health on. So basically, she, at one point, her friend goes to one of her friends and basically tells her that the kids are on the green light, and boom, boom, boom. And at one point, one of the kids who were on the green light came out, and the police kind of shouted, and her mother was like, "That's not my son," because she thought her son was dead. Apparently, she didn't realize her son was in that pod. So her mother was shocked. The mother was shocked that her son is still alive, and it's like, "That's not my son. That's not my son. That's not my son." Because you see how the green light had made them act kind of strange, and the cops just said, arrested him. Boom. Next, we get to Carol, the former vice principal of Garfield High. She basically is leaving for a car, going to a car, and Sinai, Tobias's, I guess, right hand woman, comes in, and they start having a little scuffle because Cecilia wants her to come into Boston because she knows how to open the briefcase or whatever. And she said no, and they had a fight in store. It was the fight scene was very, the fight scene was awesome, like wow, all that. And then one time she took over shoes. They used the shoes as I guess as a weapon, and she threw that shoe right in the neck. Poof. She said, B, you got my hair wet. I said, Carl, you better go ahead and kick some behind. You better go ahead and take some. I said, you better. I said, she got. I was like, okay, you better do the. You better do the dang thing. You better do the dang thing. You better do the dang thing. You better do it, girl. You better do it. You better do it. What you do it? Yes, he will. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. And she definitely did it. She definitely did it. So she definitely did it. She knocked him out. Anyway. And she goes to Gamby, and Gamby recognizes that she's the spotter. That she's a spotter. She says she wants to work with Gamby to get the to stop the bias, and she wants to join Gamby forces, and Gammy says, "What's in the briefcase?" She says, "It's hell." So whatever's in that briefcase is going to be something that's going to be very detrimental. So I'm excited to see what's going on. Jefferson. Oh, we found out that Jefferson school is going to be closed, and because what else we found? Oh, Jefferson's friend. What's his friend? Henderson. I think his name is Henderson. The cop realized it was Jefferson the whole time as Black Lightning. So I was like, I know you got. I'm like, how do you not know why he found him? But he finally found it. I guess he used to say because like he realized like wait, Jefferson would never leave the school. Jefferson would never be on vacation. He realized that Black Lightning was at the school doing the evasion, and she said, "Just tell me." And tell me. I was like, "You better go ahead and use it." I'm like, "Thank God." And I'm like, cause it's like people who don't realize that Superman is Clark Kent. Like, how you not gonna know Superman's the Clark Kent? He just has his glasses removed, so he, I don't know how he couldn't figure that out anyway, because he's the build and whole body looks like him anyway. So anyway, he finally takes with the mask and it says him and blah blah blah. I was like, okay. So let's see, what else I'm missing? Am I missing anything else? And Tobias, Carl meets Tobias, and she tried to fight Tobias, and Tobias overpowers her, but he escapes, and Tobias never got how to open the briefcase. So Tobias go power and send Painkiller to go after him, or Kali go after her, and we still don't know what happened to Tattoo Man, Lala. I'm gonna call him Lala because Lala's still on the loose. He's not dead. He's still alive, so I'm not gonna say he's not dead. He's still alive somewhere. And I think I covered everything. If I have not covered everything, oh, one more thing. And then thinks that Jefferson needs to go see a therapist about his little. She was joking around saying that maybe his little pipe game ain't good. And Jefferson, my pipe game is good, girl. What you talking about? My pipe game is on an A+ level, boo. You better recognize. I was like, oh, Jefferson, you better go get you better get your that pipe game, bro. So anyway, that is the whole episode of Black Lightning. That is everything. If you have not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to the right to see more of my videos, comment on my videos, like my videos, and of course share my videos. Anyway, this is your boy D. I am out. I'll put this video up tonight. Bye.